Today we're going to go over the new project that I have for you for our professional portfolio unit. It's on the Moodle page, obviously, and I have a new section for you. This is a portfolio unit we're going to cover over the next few weeks where you're going to actually create a career portfolio that's going to be used in the mock interviews with the Chrysler executives in April. You will be visited in Miss Lenhardt's class by some Chrysler executives, and they're going to come in and talk to you about professional portfolios. And we're going to actually create those portfolios in our English class. Your first project is Portfolio Resume Project. I've got a couple of inboxes here, turn-in boxes, one for your resume and one for the actual project answer template for this project. So you're actually going to be doing your project answer template and then completing a resume and turning both of those in, each for 25 points each, and they're due on Wednesday. So let's click on the project and we'll look at it together and see what all the various parts are. So as you can see, this is the beginning page. You will see your name. You'll need to open up an answer sheet and rename your answer sheet. It's called the Resume Project. Here's our I can statements for the resume project. You're going to integrate multiple sources of information. You're going to evaluate the credibility and accuracy of various sources. You're also going to integrate and evaluate multiple sources of information from different media formats and use different vocabulary words in your work. In this project, you're going to learn about professional portfolios and their uses, learn about resumes and their purposes, compose and edit a resume that will be used in an interview. Here's on slide 4, the first slide you're going to be doing anything on your answer template for. And this is just a question, what are your career goals after high school and or college? So this gets you thinking about your eventual goal here. This is a project that's not just about English, but it's going to help you learn about skills that hopefully you'll feel valuable as you go into your future, because no matter where you go in life, you're going to have interviews and you're going to be applying for jobs. The professional portfolio, so follow the links to watch the videos. So on the next few pages, you're going to learn about professional portfolios. This first one, you got a couple of questions from this video. It says purposes of a career portfolio. So this video is going to talk about career portfolios. Watch the video, and then you're going to have a couple of questions you need to answer. What purpose does a career portfolio serve? And what is the purpose of a cover letter? What information should be in your resume? So this video is going to answer those questions and give you more information. On the next slide, it's the same video here, creating a portfolio. Or actually, excuse me, it's a different video. It says creating a portfolio. Here's a couple of questions. What are the 4 advantages of having a portfolio? And what are the 14 items that you may have in your portfolio? So this video is going to tell you everything that would be in a career portfolio. This is part 2. It's the same video. Why are visual items in your portfolio important, and why are the ways you can incorporate your portfolio into an interview? So this is going to talk to you about, when you have your portfolio and you go into an interview, how do you get that person to look at it? The resume. So this is a really important part. Besides answering questions in this project, you're actually going to be creating a resume and also uploading that into the separate turn-in bin. Intro to the resume. This video is going to give you general information about resumes and tell you what is a resume and what it does. And then also it'll tell you all about the different styles of different types of resumes. It's going to talk about chronological resume style, and that's primarily the resume style you're going to use. Intro to resume part 2. It's the same video. What is the functional resume style and why would you use it? And then when writing your resume, what should you remember and why? How to design a resume. So you're going to watch this video. It's going to talk about designing a resume. What's the number 1 rule when designing your resume, and what can you do to make your resume unique? How to design a resume part 2. It's the same video here, But the questions are, where does your email address go on the resume? What should your email address not be on a resume? And a hint to this question is, um, what type of email address should you have? Professional versus non-professional. Like some people have non-professional emails, like hotgirl101 at Yahoo, or Cash Money Mike at Gmail. So that's non-professional email addresses. So I gave you a clue on that question. If you do not have a lot of job experience, how can you pad out your resume? So most of you high school students, as you're writing a resume, you don't have a lot of experience, but there's different things you can put on your resume to put down there, so it will actually highlight what you have versus what you don't have. So that information in this video is going to be important. So creating your resume, on the following page you will find links that will assist you in writing your resume. And I've found some links for you. Here's a few resume builders. It's actually programs that help you write your resume. You answer questions and it puts it together in a format. You can download it. ResumeNow.com, Resume Genius, WikiHow, Make a Resume, and then ResumeGig.com. So you can use those links and use those. Or I've also got this Murphy resume template. And actually, I'm going to click that right now, and we're going to go to it. I'm going to go over a couple of things in here, okay? This is the Google Doc, an example resume that I have that you can actually use if you want. If you don't want to use the other things, you can. All you would want to do is click File and then make a copy, and it would be yours in your own thing. So here, obviously, at the top, you want to have your first name and last name. You want to have your address, your phone number, and then you want to have your email address. Now, one of the things I want to say when you make your resume is all the information you're going to put in your resume should be factual. It should be truthful. You should not lie or put anything false on a resume. So actually, after you do this in this class, this is a resume that you could even use like to find an after-school job or a summer job this summer. So this is something you can use immediately. So don't lie and be truthful. So an objective, and you'll find out about those in the video of what your objective should be. Your education, everybody's going to have high school diploma anticipated and then the date of graduation. So you don't have your high school diploma yet, but you can put on there when you expect to get your high school diploma, which everybody should be getting it next spring, next summer. So you're obviously all juniors. If you have above a 3.0 GPA, I would put it on there. If you don't, I probably would not put that on there, because if you put a bad GPA on there, it really doesn't do anything for you. So if you have above a 3.0, then you put your GPA on there. And then you could put on there various electives that someone may see that is those are important electives. Anything that stands out, like if you're in band, activities, if you're in sports, if you're on the dance team, anything that's an activity outside of extracurricular stuff, outside of the just regular class stuff. If you're in honor roll, put that kind of things on there. If you're in the NHS, put that in there. Special skills and interests. These are things that you're good at. Real quick, a lot of people, if you are seeking somebody who's good at communication skills, verbal communication skills, or written communication skills. So if you have those skills, you want to put that on there. Volunteer and community service. This is something that's really important to you high schoolers, because you don't have a lot of employment probably, which would be down here, but you could if you volunteer in the nursery at your church, or if you do any type of volunteer work around the school, or in your community, you would want to put that on there. Employment and experience. So if you have had a job, you would want to put those things on there. So you would want to put where this job was, and then what it is your job, what you were doing, and then at least 3 things that kind of show what you were doing during that job, okay? So it's kind of a description, and then use those bullets. Then obviously you can have future goals for yourself, And then references available on request would be sufficient on there. You don't need to have 3 references, but if you have less information here, then you would want to put references on there. If you had less things to write about, you could get references from people like, let's say, a pastor or even a principal or vice principal, assistant principal, a coach, or a teacher that you have a good relationship with, or someone in your community, like a neighbor who knows that you're honest and trustworthy. But not family members. If you have you don't want to have a family member as a reference because family members will say anything about you. So it really doesn't help to have a family member as a reference. So this is a template if you want to use it, and I just talked about it so you can have that information and explanation as you create your own. So I'm going to go back to the project. I'm going to forward through it. Again, go back to where we were. And we were at the resume part. And so once you've created your resume, either through here or at the template, I want you to convert it to a PDF and you're going to upload it into the turn-in bin. Once you upload it to the turn-in bin, I just have one reflection. So a friend asks you what you think are the 3 most important things about a resume from your experience in this project. What 3 things would you say are most important on a resume and why? So this is a reflection. So one last paragraph on your answer template. Then your project is complete. You need to turn both the resume and the project answer sheet in the correct turn-in bin. Remember to put it in the correct turn-in bin. And here's some reminders. Did you rename your answer sheet? Did you complete each slide? Are all your answers in your own words? And did you upload your resume to the Moodle turn-in bin for 25 points? Okay, so I'm going back to the Moodle page. So here is the resume turn-in bin, and then here is the project answer sheet turn-in bin. So 2 separate turn-in bins. Make sure you put the correct thing in the correct turn-in bin, and make sure you do it by Wednesday night. So you don't have to have it done Wednesday in school, but make sure you get it done by Wednesday night. So you got a couple days to get the project done and your resume done. Any questions, please ask Mr. Murphy. Thanks a lot.